At first, no one noticed the suitcase. It quietly stood by the black entrance of the train station, old, worn, scratched, and dirty. It could have been trash. That day, thousands of people passed by it. Some avoided it, some barely noticed it. No one paid it any mind, except for one soul, a stray dog. He was thin, his sandy-colored fur was covered in dirt, and his ribs were clearly visible beneath the fur. One ear was torn, and his tail was crooked from an old injury. Years of hardship clung to his body like a second skin. He had no name, no collar, no home. But something about that suitcase made him stop. He sniffed it once, twice, and slowly walked around it. His eyes narrowed, his body tensed. Then, without warning, he sat beside it and refused to move. People ignored him. Some even cursed at him. A vendor threw a shoe at him to scare him away, but he did not run. Every time someone approached, he growled. Not out of anger, but as a warning. Protective, focused, as if he knew something that no one else did. Hours passed. The sunlight faded. The temperature dropped. The dog remained. Across the street, a woman named Laura was closing the cafe where she worked. She had seen the dog before, often rummaging through trash or sleeping near garbage bins. But today was different. He wasn't wandering, he wasn't digging through trash, he was guarding. Something inside her urged her to come closer. When she approached, the dog turned to her. In his eyes, there was no wildness or aggression, there was a plea, a caution. She looked at the suitcase, then back at the dog. He stepped back a pace. Laura crouched down and placed her hand on the dusty handle. At first, she felt nothing, but then, she felt a slight tremor. The suitcase shifted. She froze. Her heart raced, she pressed her ear to the fabric. A second later, she heard it. A whimper. Weak. Muffled. A cry of a child rang out. Laura screamed for help. People rushed to her. A security guard called the police. A few minutes later, the wail of sirens could be heard. The police arrived, followed by paramedics. They slowly unzipped the suitcase. Inside, wrapped in a torn towel, lay a newborn girl. Her skin was pale, her lips trembled, her breathing was shallow. She had been left there for several hours, zipped up, silent and invisible to everyone. To everyone but the dog. The baby was urgently taken to the hospital, warmed, and stabilized in the intensive care unit. Later, doctors said that if she had been found even an hour later, she likely would not have survived. They named her Hope. Hope, the dog that once had no name, ended up in a shelter and was given the name Ranger. The news of her rescue spread quickly. People donated food, toys, blankets. Some called her a miracle. But Laura couldn't stop thinking about them. She often visited the shelter, and when all the paperwork was done, she took Ranger home. A few weeks later, she applied to adopt the child. A few months later, she adopted her. Today, they are a family. Hope laughs uncontrollably. Ranger follows her everywhere, wagging his tail and watching her cautiously. Every night, he lies next to her crib, still guarding her. And Laura? She believes it is not a coincidence because not all heroes wear badges or capes. Some have fur, some have old scars, and some quietly care for what others forget. Until someone finally listens. And, perhaps, just perhaps, that is true love. Not the grandest gesture, but a quiet, persistent display of feelings when no one else will. On that day, when that suitcase was abandoned, the world nearly let someone's life slip away, but the dog, who had been let down 1,000 times, did not.